Dementia residents can sometimes say, but everyone comes to a place like this when they get older, don't they? And for those that are older, that have had problems mowing the lawns, or for the women, if they have trouble doing their housework, they can indeed think, oh well, we're getting older, maybe we need some help, and here we are. No doubt families have said this to them, that because you're getting older, you need to be in a place like this with no other details. And it actually works if the person is amenable to being there. Likewise, the dementia residents themselves where I worked actually decided for themselves that it was a nursing home, that they were living in a nursing home altogether, where everything was done for them and it was fine. But when it's not fine is when the person doesn't want to be there. They're, yelling at the door, get me out, call the police. Then it needs to be explained to them about the dementia unit and why they are there, because otherwise it's completely confusing. Why am I here? Why am I locked up? Why can't I get out? So the conversation then needs to be had. Now, relatives can sometimes think, well, when should I have the conversation of the person being in the dementia unit? Is it important? Well, yes, it is important. If the person wants to get out and they're stressed and upset as to why they're there, then you have to have the conversation. If they're well supported, they're settled, they feel, oh well, I'm in a nursing home, or I have to be here anyway because I'm older, then it's best to leave it. I mean, especially if the person has been downstairs in the nursing home, say your mother, and now she's advanced with dementia and she's gone upstairs in the same facility to the dementia unit, she'll hardly know the difference, especially if she's in her 90s and not walking much, not interested in going outside. She may not even know she's in a dementia unit. But of course, there's a massive spectrum along the scale, and certainly people that are younger, fit and active, who want to get out will certainly know they're there, and of course all the problems that go with that. So for a younger person with dementia who wants to get out, who's fit and strong, who's probably getting aggro now, it should have been that situation needs to be explained all the way through. It really does, because otherwise if it's not, and they come in and then they just doors shut, it's like shock. Cortisol, stress, autoimmune conditions, chest infections, it's just too much for the system. So somehow, some way, it needs to be gone through quietly all the way through. Honest, clear, open communication, so that trust is established, that they know that your support's there, and sitting down with them all the way and explaining to them the reasons why they need to come into this place, which will be because of health and safety problems around recent memory loss. Whatever that is, just explain to them the actual details, and repeatedly if need be, which no doubt you will need to do, whether it was pot on the stove or getting lost or whatever, or the situation becoming unmanageable for whatever reasons. Explain it to them, because the thing is, dementia residents can pick up on the tone of our voice as to whether we are telling the truth or not. They're very good at that. They totally get it. They might not remember, but their intuition heightens, and they can perceive and pick up by tone where we're coming from and whether it is the real deal or not. So if I've been truthful with them all the way through, honest, open communication, of course at times they may be upset or, irritated or not cooperate, while they're working through all those emotions. But in the long run, with continued support, it is by far the best way. So this is a really important subject and a very difficult subject, but taking into account these aspects, and also written about in depth in the books I've written, Residents' Voice, Residents' Rise, both on Amazon companion books, in the description below. Thank you for your likes and support. Please subscribe.